Hey everybody, it's Kate Beaters, your breakthrough success expert, and boy, is it cold where I am. And it's hard to believe it's spring here right now, and it is like burr cold. I've got sweater and long sleeve. We have this joke in New England that says you can experience all four seasons in 1 week, and that's certainly what it seems like lately. And then one of my friends sent me a really cute little graphic that said the reason this month is called May is because maybe it'll rain, maybe it'll snow, maybe the sun will shine, maybe it'll be a beautiful day out. It's kind of like who knows. And so I wanted to do a fun tapping video on just how weather affects us and can put us in a funk. There's certainly lots of reasons why we can go in funks, and I just want to focus on the weather for this specific video. When it's a gray, rainy day and it's kind of cool and damp out, it does tend to affect our mood. And I'd like to be able to help you with that through some tapping so you start to shift how you're looking at the weather and how things feel. And if you have never tapped with me before, I really recommend you go to katebeaters.com/tapping, and you'll be able to learn more details about this really, really fabulous technique that has totally changed my life, and that's why I became one of the top experts in it. And also to remind you with tapping, because it is working with your mindset, is to take personal responsibility for your own well-being. What that means is that if you don't like it, just simply stop, right? No, nobody's forcing you to tap along, but I hope you enjoy it. So tapping is like Simon says, you're just going to follow along with me. You're going to tap where I tap on my hands or on my face, and you're just going to repeat the phrases that I say, quite simply. So before we start, let's just do a nice big stretch and yawn. That's a nice way of kind of shifting some energy. I'm pulling in a little bit of neuroscience here, so go. Oh, didn't that kind of feel good? Especially looking outside, it's just kind of that kind of day that, it kind of lends itself to lots of stretches and yawns. Okay, so again, follow along with me, starting at the side of your hand, okay? And repeat after me. Even though this weather's putting me in a funk, I want to find a way to love and accept myself. Even though this gray weather is putting me in a funk, affecting my mood, I want to find a way to love and accept myself. Even though this gray, rainy weather is putting me in a funk, I want to find a way to love and accept myself and to release some of these funky feelings. Okay, now shake it out, and you're going to follow along with me, tapping with both hands. And we're going to, again, just Simon says, tap where I tap, and repeat after me. We're going to say the same thing for the first few points. This funky feeling. An outer eye, this funky feeling. Back to under the eye, this funky feeling. Under nose, this weather's putting me in a funk. Chin point, this weather's definitely putting me in a funk. Collarbone, it's gray. Underarm, it's rainy. Wrist points, it's cold and damp. Top of the head, it's affecting my mood. Inner eye, it's affecting how I feel. Part of me just wants to go back to bed and wake up again when the sun is out. Wouldn't it be nice to be somewhere where the sun was out right now? But the truth is, pretty much every place has crazy weather. Or weather I might not always prefer. It rains in California. It rains in Florida. And some of these places even have hurricanes and tornadoes. Truth is I can't control the weather. I can't control if the sun is going to be out today or not. But I can control how I feel about it. And I can control how much power I'm giving to the weather. Because if I feel like I'm in a funk, I probably won't be as positive or creative or focused or energized and all those other good things that go along with that. So what if I took my power back? And instead of making the weather so big, I just made it an aspect of my day. Just a piece of my day. Not the whole day. Just a piece. And when I make the importance of the weather smaller, I find my mood starts to lift. I feel more energetic, more positive, more productive, happier. And I like how that feels so much better. To shift how I look at the weather and keep myself safe. Okay, everybody, do another big stretch and yawn. And when you think about the weather now, does it still seem to be affecting you as much as it did before? Or if you just were in a funk in general, do you notice it's shifting a bit? And some of you may notice big shifts, some of you may notice little shifts, and that's okay, because it depends on how big your funk was and what was causing the funk. So what you might even want to do is go back and listen to this several times and just keep tapping along as you notice that whatever you're feeling funky about, or the weather, it just starts to kind of, instead of being this big, it starts becoming smaller and smaller and smaller and a lot more manageable. So as I said in the beginning, feeling like you're in a funk can be for so many different reasons. I just chose one because I was looking outside and said, well, this is pretty relevant to those of us in the East Coast. We're experiencing a lot of rain right now. And, when you're able to kind of change how you look at things, then the results you experience in your life become very different too. And that's what I want for you. So if I can help you go, take a deeper dive and do some personal tapping and get you some personal coaching to help you in areas that are maybe putting you in a funk or areas that you feel you don't have control over and you want to shift, please reach out to my team, info@katebeaters.com. And until we meet again, be brilliant.